Imagine a man living a completely normal life. He's a husband, a father of two, and holds a steady job as a civil servant in France. Let's call him Matthew. For 44 years, Matthew's life was unremarkable in the best way possible. He went to work, paid his taxes, and raised his family. No one, not even Matthew himself, could have ever guessed the extraordinary secret his own body was hiding. A secret that would challenge everything we thought we knew about the human brain and consciousness itself. It all started with a seemingly minor complaint. Matthew began to feel a slight weakness in his left leg. Thinking it was nothing serious, he eventually visited a doctor. The doctor, equally unconcerned at first, sent him for a routine brain scan. Who's to be saved? And what that scan revealed was so shocking, so utterly unbelievable, that it sent ripples through the international medical community. The doctors stared at the images on the screen in disbelief. They ran the scans again, and then a third time. The results were always the same. Where Matthew's brain should have been, there was mostly nothing. Just a vast, black void. The scan showed a massive, fluid-filled chamber occupying almost the entire skull. The brain itself, the very organ we associate with thought, personality, and consciousness, was compressed into a thin, fragile layer pressed against the inner surface of his skull. It was as if his brain had been almost completely erased. Yet, here was Matthew, a functioning human being with a tested IQ of 75, which is on the lower end of normal, but certainly not indicative of someone with virtually no brain. He was socially well-adjusted, holding down a job and living a full life. The diagnosis was severe hydrocephalus, a condition often called water on the brain. So, what is hydrocephalus? In a healthy brain, cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF, circulates through a series of chambers called ventricles. It acts as a cushion, delivers nutrients, and removes waste. But sometimes, this system goes wrong. The fluid can't drain properly and starts to build up, exerting immense pressure on the delicate brain tissue. In Matthew's case, this process likely started in infancy. He had a shunt inserted as a baby to drain the fluid, but it was removed when he was a teenager. Unbeknownst to everyone, the fluid had been slowly, silently accumulating for decades, gradually pushing his brain tissue aside. Most people with this level of hydrocephalus would either not survive or suffer from extreme cognitive and physical disabilities. Matthew was an anomaly, a medical miracle. How could a person function, let alone live a normal life, with so little brain matter? The answer lies in one of the most incredible properties of our nervous system: neuroplasticity. This is the brain's amazing ability to reorganize itself, to form new neural connections throughout life. Think of it like a city's road network. If a major highway is blocked, traffic doesn't just stop. Over time, smaller side streets become more important. New routes are established, and the flow of traffic adapts. It seems that as the fluid slowly expanded, Matthew's remaining brain cells didn't just give up. They fought back. They rewired themselves, taking on functions that would normally be handled by the parts of the brain that were being destroyed. The few surviving neurons became incredibly efficient, creating a dense, super-connected network that was able to handle all the complex tasks of daily life. His brain didn't shrink. It adapted in a way scientists had never seen before. Matthew's case forces us to ask some profound questions. If a person can live without 90% of their brain, where does consciousness actually reside? We often think of specific brain regions as being responsible for specific functions. The visual cortex for sight, the temporal lobe for memory, and so on. But Matthew's story suggests that it might not be about the location, but about the connections. Perhaps consciousness isn't housed in any single part of the brain, but emerges from the complex, dynamic interplay of neural networks. No matter how small, his existence challenges the very foundation of neuroscience and philosophy, pushing us to redefine what it means to be a thinking, feeling human being. This incredible story isn't just a medical curiosity. It's a testament to the profound resilience and adaptability of the human body and mind. It shows us that the brain is far more mysterious and powerful than we can possibly imagine. Matthew, the man with almost no brain, lived a life that was anything but empty. He teaches us that our understanding of consciousness is still in its infancy, and that the limits of human potential are still waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of modern medicine's greatest mysteries. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more mind-bending content. See you next time.